All right, what is going on, everybody? Ooh, Phil here, live on the stream. As you can hear, I'm not sounding very good. Uh, I'm pretty under the weather, not gonna lie. Yesterday, well, actually, it started 2 nights ago. Um, on stream, you could hear it as I was trying to play Street Fighter. I was struggling for some reason. My voice was sounding awful because my throat was beginning to clog up, which was so disgusting. Ugh. And so I was trying to play Street Fighter, Friday night, toughing through how bad I was feeling. And in reality, it got progressively worse over the course of that night. By the time that my wife got home from work, I couldn't even talk. My throat had been so screwed up. And then all yesterday, I was pretty much out of it for most of the day. Barely did anything. Basically, slept most of the day. For the little bit that I was awake, of course, I saw all the stupidity and drama on the internet, and I was like, it just goes to figure that on a day that I'm feeling absolutely awful, these idiots go crazy. But it is what it is. That's what you put up with when you have a public life, when you do what I do for a living. And of course, when I knew this was coming with the things that were going on behind the scenes with me, financially, and having to do different kinds of disclosures and the like, I knew that there would be insane amounts of stupidity and drama. Oh my god. So anyway, I was expecting all of it. It was nothing that was, oh my god, shocking or whatever, quite frankly. It was exactly what I was coming to expect would happen. Everything on my laptop is frozen. Here we go. I just started recording for the pre-stream, and I'm trying to see, everything is just frozen. I might have to do a hard restart on my laptop here. Because nothing is working here. So anyway, I can't see anything you guys are saying. I can't see any contributions coming in. I'm going to try to fix that as I talk, I guess, here on the pre-stream. Oh, man. So anyway, all this going on yesterday, I'm feeling like shit. I'm barely conscious. And so, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, because some of you may just be completely out of the loop, I've been telling you guys over the last couple of years how bad things have been for me financially, how terrible everything's been, and that no matter what I do to try to get caught up, to try to fix things, they just get worse and worse. They keep spiraling out of control, to the point where I can't really do much about it. It got to the point where it's completely uncontrollable. Every time it seemed like I was possibly in a position where I could maybe get ahead, something else bad would happen. That would screw things up for me over and over and over. All right. And the thing is, if you've actually followed along with me over the years, and if you're actually a frequent viewer and fan, and you watch the pre-streams and everything, when I talk about this stuff, you would know exactly what's been going on because I've told you guys about it every step of the way. But a lot of people either don't, or they just like to have selective hearing, right? Even though I've explained to you guys for years and years how bad things have been for me financially, some people just don't want to hear it. What they want to believe is the absolute stupidest, worst case scenario thing, such as, oh, Phil's been hoarding money in an offshore account, or Phil's been lying about his finances completely behind the scenes. All that stuff going on. People just want to say, oh, Phil's a liar. In reality, I wasn't lying at all. In reality, it was all truthful. And it was just getting exponentially worse and worse every year. Like I said, every time I had a chance to maybe financially get ahead, things would blow up in my face for another stupid reason. Oh my God. You weren't filing your taxes properly for several years because your tax attorney from Connecticut was an asshole. Now you can't pay your federal taxes for this year, so you got to find a way to make ends meet and do it, and it just got worse and worse and worse, okay? Without going too much into massive detail, this all started when I moved across the country in 2014. Before then, I did not really have much significant debt at all, but when I moved across the country from Connecticut to Washington, I accrued a ridiculous amount of debt, between, the down payment on this home that I live in, the moving cost, the cost to furnish the house, the cost to upgrade my business, amongst many other things. Many things just kept accumulating. And I very incorrectly assumed that I would be able to afford all of it because I thought that my income that I had at that point, which was primarily based on YouTube ad revenue, was kind of going to be there forever, and it wasn't. Quite obviously, it went way down over the years because of, things that happened. And then the problem was, number one, because of trolling and everything, my YouTube channel basically was kind of destroyed. DSPGaming at one point was very lucrative, made a lot of views and everything, and then it just kind of went away. By the way, I still haven't unfrozen on my laptop. I might have to try to do like a hard restart here. This is one of the page unresponsive. It just popped up and I can't even click on it. I can't even click on it to make it work. It's so bad. Exit pages. Oh my god. Anyway, as I'm trying to do this, I'll continue to talk. So basically things just got worse and worse, and like I said, in 2015, my income dipped dramatically. For about a year and a half, my income went way down, and when that happened, I had to find a way to make things stay afloat. So basically, I had to rack up an insane amount of unsecured debt, which I didn't want to do, whether it was credit cards, whether it was personal loans, to make stuff keep going. And somehow I did. Don't ask me how. I did manage at that point when I was making way less money. I was able to keep things afloat. But it wasn't very good the way that I did it, And I would say probably around 2017 was the year when it looked like I might turn things around because I was finally earning enough. Remember, in 2017, I stopped relying just on YouTube. And instead, I became a full-time streamer. And quite frankly, when I became a full-time streamer, my income went up again, which was great. But that's when, just when it looked like there was like a silver lining and things were going to get better, that's when all of a sudden, boom, I found out, oh, guess what, Phil? You didn't do your taxes correctly for 3 years, and now you're behind on that. And that cost me a ridiculous amount of money to fix. And by the time that I fixed it, I was so much in the hole, there was just no way to come back out of it. That's just the truth of the matter. Because it's funny, people come here, and as you know, you guys, I have stalkers. I have people who literally microanalyze, I should say, everything that I say and do, including the income that I make. And they look at the amount of money that I could bring in on streams, with different kinds of contributions, and they say, how could Phil possibly, have money problems with the amount of money that he brings in on his streams, right? All right, and the answer to that is because I'm so much in the hole. Because I'm so much in the hole, it doesn't even matter, at this point, how much I'm making, unless basically a miracle happened in 1 year, I like doubled or tripled my income, which is never going to happen. There's no way that I was ever going to get caught up with the amount of debt that I had put myself into, with all of these things getting exponentially worse. Because that's the problem. See, here's the thing. There's different kinds of debt. There's secured debt that's on a fixed interest rate. Mortgages. That's usually fine. All right? But when you get yourself into unsecured debt, which is exponential interest on interest calculating, you're pretty screwed. And I knew that, but I had to do what I had to do to keep stuff going for years and years and years. I certainly didn't like doing it. I think now at least, now you guys can understand. And by the way, I'm going to explain why I'm talking about this in a moment, because some of you still probably have no idea why I'm bringing all this up, okay? But anyway, now you guys can understand why I over the years, some nights I would say, man, I just can't sleep. I'm so nervous about the future. I don't know what's going to happen. That's the deal. Oh, by the way, finally I got this laptop working. Jesus. I had to freaking reload this like 10 times. Okay, it seems to be working now. Okay. So anyway, it was just a snowball effect of 6 years, 6 years of shit, racking up way too much debt when I moved across the country, losing a large amount of income for about 1.5 to 2 years because of troll activities. And that's the truth of the matter, is that that's why I lost so much income, because my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, was destroyed by trolls and false copyright claims. Okay. By the time that I had finally found a way to recover from that and get back to maybe where I was making the same amount of money that I had been making, it didn't matter anymore, because I had too much debt in my name, mostly unsecured debt. That was the problem. And then the tax issue happened, which cost me even more money on top of the money I was already trying to pay off. And at that point, it was just uncontrollable. There was just no way to catch up with any of it. Okay? It didn't matter. It literally didn't really matter how much I made. It would never catch up. Okay? So anyway, these last couple of years, as I've been telling you guys, I've been really living day to day. Last year in particular, 2019, was the worst year of my life financially. There were many months where I was overdrawn on my bank account multiple times. There were bills that were going late and unpaid for extended amounts of time. Because even with the money I make, okay, even with all the money that I make on streams, it wasn't enough to cover my, exorbitant amount of debts. So basically, by the middle to end of last year, I decided I had to take drastic action and, figure out what the hell am I going to do, because I'm not paying one of my mortgages, which I can't afford anymore. I know they're going to foreclose and try to come after me for money that I don't have. And the unsecured debts aren't getting any better. What do I do? Okay. And so, as you know, I filed for bankruptcy, which I told you guys 2 weeks ago. It's hilarious because over the past couple of weeks, people have been like making fun of me for it. Phil is bankrupt or whatever. It's like, yeah, I told you that publicly 2 weeks ago, because I knew that all this was going to be public knowledge anyway. I didn't want to hide anything from any of you guys. I knew that everything would go public because it's a public filing. So why people think that it's like some controversial thing or some shocking thing, I have no idea, because I told you 2 weeks ago. Like, did you think I was lying? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Now, obviously, right? Obviously, you guys, I've been hearing drama and shit over the past day. I'm not here to sit here and address tons of it or whatever. I'm not. This is a gameplay stream, right? So, very matter-of-factly, what I'm going to do is say as much as I can up front and then leave it at that, all right? And the truth of the matter is I feel like shit anyway, and I'm not going to make the whole stream about stupidity, which is what these people do, all right? So, I have a bankruptcy attorney who I've been working with for months now, months and months. The bankruptcy attorney is well aware of my situation, well aware of my assets, well aware of everything, and worked with me hand in hand to do this bankruptcy petition filing. Now, it's very possible that maybe the filing is not perfect. I don't know. All I know is, this attorney asked me tons of questions. I answered all of the questions in detail, and based on the answers to the questions, this is the filing that was come up with, and it was filed this week, and it became public record, what's in this filing. Okay. So that's the truth, that's what it is. So what's hilarious is you get a bunch of dumb shit kids on the internet who think they know anything about the law. They don't. None of them are lawyers. And they look at this filing and they look at things and they micro-analyze it. And they say, we found all these discrepancies, right? From what we know publicly, from what Phil shares on his streams, we found all these discrepancies between the filing and what we know. And therefore, this is a huge disaster. And Phil has willingly perjured himself. And this is awful and blah, blah, blah. Which is not the case at all. This is utter stupidity, of course. Is not the case. Truth of the matter is that the filing is just the, from what I'm to understand, the initial step in a process that happens. So the filing goes and, goes to a court. The court reviews the filing, audits it, comes up with questions, comes back, and then we have to answer the questions. And if there's anything that needs to be amended in the filing needs to be amended, and it goes back and forth for a bit. This is not, oh, you filed once, it's done, it's over. That's not the case at all. But that's from what I'm supposed, that's the way that I understand. There's always an audit. When you do a bankruptcy filing, there's always an audit on the account to see, or not the account, but the filing, to see if there's problems, discrepancies, or if anything doesn't make sense, you know. So, if anything, what I could tell you is this: I'm seriously not going to, excuse me, I'm not going to sit here and address individual little things because it's silly as hell to do that, because it's not in my hands, it's in the hands of the bankruptcy attorney, right? The bankruptcy attorney has to make sure that everything is correct, and if anything's wrong, gets fixed. So if anything's wrong on there, I'm sure it's going to get fixed. The truth of the matter is, I gave 100% accurate information to the bankruptcy attorney. They filled out the paperwork. They sat me down and asked me more questions. I answered the questions, and the paperwork was finished and filed. And that's it. You know, that's the answer. So, yeah, what else is there to it? Nothing, you know. People will sit here and say, oh, things are wrong. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I'm not a bankruptcy attorney. I don't know how it works. You know, things as ludicrous as, well, we know Phil has a cat, and I guess on there's a section that says something about pets, and it was checked off that no, Phil does not have a cat. Now, if you use your head, okay, excuse me, if you use your head, you think, why would that section be on there? That section would be on there because probably there's an allowance for having a pet, right? Like saying, oh, if you have a pet, it's expected that a certain amount of money a month will go towards the pet, the budget for the pet or whatever, right? Now, knowing me coming from a background that I had a little bit of accounting training, not a lot, but I had a little bit of accounting training at one point, okay? I can tell you that in accounting, things are not 100% black and white, that sometimes things can be swapped around. So I'll give you an example. Sometimes you could say, oh, a pet expense is a pet expense, but sometimes you could just group that into living expenses and say that's a part of living expenses, okay? So, yes, my attorney is well aware that I have a cat. Yes, my attorney is well aware that we spend some money on said cat every month, but maybe the attorney didn't necessarily fill out that one section saying that I have a cat, okay? But instead, took it into somewhere else, right? So that's how it works. I don't know. Okay, I literally don't know how it works on that document. I have nothing to do with it. I didn't file it. I didn't fill it out. All I did was give information, and the document got filed. Okay, so, you know, it is what it is. If there's things on there that are wrong, they're going to get fixed, right? They're going to get amended and fixed. This was just the initial filing. Basically what this is this is the initial filing to get you on the docket so that someone will finally assign you a case and start looking at it. Because if you don't put this in, it takes a while. Like for my understanding is it could take over a month to even get someone to sit down and look at it and schedule any kind of a hearing or a situation depending on your bankruptcy filing. So, you know, once you get all the information, you want to file it as soon as possible. And then, you know, if there's issues or discrepancies, those are fixed along the way. But certainly I'm sure my bankruptcy attorney has never had a situation where so many eyes were going to be on the bankruptcy filing at once. You know what I mean? Like never, I'm sure never ever have there been this many people looking at this and micro-analyzing it and trying to pick it apart, you know? So there you go. That's the truth of the matter is there's nothing to it. There's no big deal. The hilariousness of idiots. Oh yes, Phil willingly perjured himself and you know said all this stuff. I was like, what are you talking about? This is. I sat down. I provided financial information. By the way, it's all backed up. You know, the documents and everything everywhere to prove everything that's in those that I said is in those documents. It's all exists. It's not like I just pulled it out of my ass. You know what I mean? So there's just stupidity. That people would just make shit. Oh yeah, you know. I just think that you know, I just think that this is a you know, Phil completely lying. Sorry, I'm talking so slowly too, because like I said, guys, I'm dying here. I do not feel good today. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that's the situation. It's not a big deal. It really isn't, but that's it. People want to blow it out of proportion and act like it is, but this is apparently how it works. Is, you know, it's a standard process. Information is transferred to a petition is filed, a petition is audited, If things don't make sense, the petition is amended with updated information, and then the final petition finally goes to the court, and that's when you apparently, have your determination of if, will you qualify for the bankruptcy or not, and that's how it works, okay? So I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. I knew people were going to freak out and be idiots. I knew that my personal information was going to be posted all over the internet, and there's nothing I could do about it. My attorney knew that as well. I told her way up front, this is going to happen. Expect it. There's nothing that can be done here. It's going to happen. We handle it as things happen. I'm absolutely sure that more than likely, if things were filled out incorrectly, there will be amended and it'll be fine. Again, I'm not the professional here at all. So there you go. Of course, we have insane amounts of idiots in the stream chat today, which we expected. You knew you were going to get an influx of idiots just coming in here saying dumb shit because of this. And that's fine. It's to be expected. I'm certainly not going to put up with it all day long. I'm not. Just tell you right now, I'm not. Once we start with gameplay, that's what it's going to be. And we're going to focus on that. Okay? We're not going to be focusing on this nonsense that has absolutely nothing to do with my gameplay stream. Okay? Fair enough. Okay. There's really nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else to talk about. That's the end of it. It's a public filing. I knew it was coming. I knew it would be microanalyzed. We knew there'd probably be a few things that were wrong or discrepancies that would be fixed. They're going to be fixed, and that'll be the end of it. It's not that big of a deal. But people want to act like it is. Because that's what they do. Keep in mind, every one of you, and I mean this too, every one of you, all right, every single one of you who went over there to one of their drama channels, all right, every one of you who went and, looked at all that nonsense and basically, oh my God, you gave them exactly what they wanted. You allowed these people who are not legal professionals, who know nothing, who literally just talk out of their ass on a daily basis and speculate about drama, to get views and attention. You essentially paid them for nothing. And that's because you're stupid. I'm sorry. It just is. It's because you're stupid. Instead of actually, just coming to the source or just saying, whatever, it's none of my business, Phil's here for gameplay streams, right? You wasted your time and you went over to someone who's literally creating a situation that doesn't exist and is not a big deal. And so, Larry, you're insulting your audience. No, I'm not. I'm not insulting my audience. My actual audience is not here to hear about this. My audience is like, man, I really wish Phil didn't have to talk about this on pre-stream today. I wish Phil could have just had a nice day where he came back. He's sick. He sounds awful. And he's coming back and he could just talk about games and we could have a fun, chill day here today on stream. But instead now he has to deal with this stupidity because of the shitheads who are constantly in every little aspect of his life to make his life a living hell. Because they can. It's not because they get benefit out of it. Of course, the YouTube content creators, of course, do get something out of it. They get money. But the average little shitheads who want to create drama everywhere, they don't get anything out of it. They just get laughs and, I love making fun of someone's life, right? I love it. Well, it is what it is. That's why I'm in the position I'm in, because people just wanted to make fun of my life in 2015. And caused a dramatic dip of my income for about 2 years. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in. Because if I kept making what I was making on YouTube, I would have never had this issue at all. All the credit cards and loans, the loans wouldn't exist. The credit cards would have been paid down. Would they have been completely paid off? Probably not. But they would have at least gotten paid down. It certainly wouldn't have gotten to the exorbitant issue that I'm in right now. Because of this. And it is what it is. But again, it's not that I'm not taking accountability. Of course, it's my fault. I'm the one who made the decision to move across the country. I'm the one who racked up all the debt trying to make ends meet and keep stuff afloat. I'm the one who couldn't find a way out of the situation no matter what I tried. And it sucked every step of the way. Every time I thought I had a solution worked out or some kind of light at the end of the tunnel, that light would be extinguished by something else that would jump out in the way. And It's terrible. And now on top of all this, right? Then I get sick. And it's like, now I'm fucking sick too. Right in the midst of all this happening. I'm sick as shit. I feel awful. I know I'm going to sound awful all day long. And I don't get to work yesterday, so now I don't make any money for a day, which is terrible. As you know, it's like when you're self-employed, a day you don't work is a day you don't make money. It's not like I have paid time off or anything. I don't have sick days. So now because I wasn't here yesterday, now I'm screwed over in that regard. Okay, it's a thing on top of thing. It's the usual thing on top of thing, right? And it sucks, but that's life. You'll live with your choices, and you do what you can to try to move on. For me, my only real solution here is to declare bankruptcy and to try to get back to a square one situation. In fact, I've already been talking with my tax guy about it, trying to figure out what the hell we're going to do for this coming year. Because obviously with all the money I've now spent on filing for bankruptcy and everything, there's no money to pay towards the federal taxes again. And it's like, this really sucks. But, that's what I mean. That's every time that something happens, it's going to fix stuff, then other things snowball. That's been my life for like the past 5+ years. Ever since those false copyright strikes against DSPGaming. That was the start of it, and it just kept continuing, it is what it is. So I'm sure we're going to have idiots coming by. I'm sure we're going to have people coming by and just trolling constantly. They think it's funny just to kick you when you're down and make funny. Oh, you're going bankrupt and ha ha ha. Oh, look at this. Phil perjury and shit. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not even, what are you talking about? I didn't go in front of a court. This is the initial filing. It's just stupidity. It's absolutely stupidity. Okay? And it's just hilarious to hear it and see it. But the thing is, you would say it's hilarious, except now it's going to negatively affect my streams probably for months, if not longer. Where people are just going to come in here and troll over stupid shit. Even though, like, I talked about this 2 weeks ago. So I guess people didn't believe me then or something. I don't know. Like, you didn't believe that this was coming, even though I told you up front this was coming, right? So that's it. All right, so I'll leave it at this. And then we'll move on to the positive stuff, and we'll move on to the stuff we want to talk about on a stream, which this will be hilarious because the viewership will dip dramatically now because all the drama shitheads are going to be gone in a minute. I didn't lie to you guys about anything. Financially, I've been in trouble for years. It just kept snowballing. Every time I thought I was going to find a way out, it just got worse because of something else. At this point, it got to the point where it didn't matter what I said or did or acted. No matter what I did, it wasn't getting better. There was no way to fix it. So the only way to get myself out of this situation is bankruptcy. That's why I'm doing it, because I'm a public figure. People are all over every little aspect of doing it because of the fact that basically they're shitheads up in my business. They want to tear apart. They want to believe that I'm some kind of a liar. They want to believe that I'm some kind of a dishonest person. And that I am, basically some kind of a scumbag who's been either, I don't know, hoarding money. I don't even know. I have no idea at this point, because obviously what the bankruptcy petition proves is that I have no money. Like I've been saying all along. No matter what I make, it just immediately gets pissed away to something else, So I don't understand why people would think that I'm a liar, but I guess they're that dumb, is that they just don't want to believe anything. They just want to continuously believe that I'm some kind of a liar. It is what it is, okay? So, that's the situation. The reason that people are going crazy is because the bankruptcy filing went public and everyone saw it. Okay? And when they see it, they go nuts. Absolutely. They go, oh my God, look at this. Let's call out all of Phil's shortcomings and all his problems, which of course you knew was going to happen because that's all they do. They would never look at themselves. They only look at me to make fun of me. And of course they're going to say, oh, look at all these discrepancies we found. In reality, it's not a big deal for them to understand. Like I said, this is the initial filing. These are things that will get fixed, especially if there's little stupid things on there that were either omitted or completely, misclassified. That's why, you get fixed. You get it filed so that it gets into the system. It's going to get audited and fixed. and then you have your actual, you know, situation later on where you go, you know, you say, okay, yes, all this information is 100% accurate now, and blah blah blah. Okay, so that's the situation, and that's it. That's all I'm talking about. All right, that's all I'm talking about. I'm done with it. There's nothing else to say. There won't be anything else to say. You know, anything else that's going to happen with this will go be behind the scenes. Okay, it has nothing to do with the content of my gameplay streams at all. And I'm not going to bother wasting time on it, okay? Because there's no point. All right, there's absolutely no point in discussing it further because, number one, it's none of anyone's business anyway. Number two, these are gameplay streams. These are not, my stream of my personal dirty laundry that's going to be aired publicly, okay? Okay? Fair enough? Okay. All right, guys. Let's move on because I feel like shit. I really do, man. I just, you know, like everything is feeling bad. I got congestion in my head. My throat is swollen. Luckily, my throat isn't having too much pain, but it is swollen. You know, I'm probably going to be coughing today. Nothing I can do about it. I'm going to do my best to get through today. I'm probably going to be talking much lighter than I usually would today because of everything going on, you know, my health here. You know, so hopefully things go okay. All right, I hope so. All right, guys. So let's move on from this nonsense. We now talked about it for like 25 minutes. Like I said, I knew I was going to have to address it. It's stupidity. It's delaying this what you're here for. Okay. First of all, what really sucks is I have to end today's gameplay stream a little early because number one, I'm probably gonna feel like shit anyway, and I'm gonna need the time. But number two, I'm gonna be cooking dinner today. Kat has to go to work early, so I'm actually gonna be doing some Asian stir fry. So I gotta get out of here around like 3:30 instead of 4 p.m. like usual. So it sucks that I just had to waste a half an hour on stupid shit that had nothing to do with anything on the stream. But you know, it is what it is. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. That is correct. I'm not part of that at all. I'm not going to be watching the Super Bowl. You know, especially now on top of everything, me being sick and everything, like, the Super Bowl is the last thing on my mind. Okay? So, you know, it is what it is. Okay. I know I keep saying it is what it is because my head is all scrambled today. And I can't even maintain a thought because I'm sick, you know. So let's talk, guys. Here's the deal. The schedule has changed because of everything going on with me being sick and everything. Let me see here. What I'm trying to do is bring up my schedule because I amended the schedule last night. I said, okay, let's readjust the schedule. So, you know, we can get at least the stuff that I wanted to get in over the weekend could still happen. I don't want you guys to miss out on the streams that I was supposed to be doing. Because of the fact that oh my god, I can't even maintain it. Dude, I seriously can't even maintain a steady thought. This sucks. All right, I don't want you to miss out on any of the stuff that I was supposed to be doing this weekend just because I was sick. So what I've done is I've readjusted the schedule in order to try to keep stuff going. Okay? So here we go. Let's talk about the schedule. What are we doing? Today, it's Knights of the Old Republic, which is what was scheduled for today anyway. Okay, a major stream of nights because we only did a minor stream of it Thursday night. And so, you know, we're going to be doing this today. 4 hours. What are we doing? Well, we're going to be backtracking a little bit to places we've already been. Manan. I want to go back to the planet of Manan and see what missions or whatever have opened up there. And then we're going to be heading on to the final planet, at least right now, that's available. I don't know if there's anything past that final planet. Okay. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's what we're doing is today. Knights of the Old Republic. Tonight, I'm going to do some Doom 2. Hopefully I'm feeling up to it. You know, after this stream, we have to see how I feel. But hopefully I'm feeling up to Doom 2 later tonight. 2 hours of that. And then, tomorrow, Again, as long as I'm feeling up to it, which I hope I am, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Now, I know originally that's not what was supposed to be tomorrow, but, you know, with everything getting screwed up, I don't want to have that stream not happen at all. So that's going to be tomorrow. And then tomorrow night's going to be my weekly Minecraft stream. Okay? So with the Minecraft, what's going to happen is it's going to be a combination. What we're going to attempt to do, we're doing something differently. Okay? As you know, there have been some projects that I've wanted to do in Minecraft, people have requested in Minecraft that haven't happened because they just seem like they're going to take way too long. Okay? For example, making a mob grinder. This is a device which you use to kill mobs and earn experience. Okay? Yes, this is correct that I wanted to do it, but I couldn't do it because, from what I don't understand, it's something that takes a ridiculously long time to do. It's a lot of work. So I basically said, there's no way I could do that. You know, I'm not going to take 5-6 straight Minecraft streams and end up doing a mob grinder constantly. How's that going to work? A month and a half of Minecraft is just one project. You know, that's not what people want to see. People want to see me do various different things that I enjoy doing. Probably some more exploration. You know, a various amount of things, a variety of stuff. Not the same thing. Remember, the bird statue took, like, no lie, probably about 4 straight, probably like 10 to 12 hours to build. Don't get me wrong, the bird statue is amazing, but people got super bored during it. So, what I want to do with something like a mob grinder is basically do it over time. And what I mean by that is, what we're going to attempt to start this week, okay, is drinking every day a lot of water and hydrating the shit out of myself so that I can get better. But much like it takes a little bit of drinking every day to feel better when you're sick, I'm going to take the building of this mob grinder the same way and do a little bit every Minecraft stream, okay? Instead of drowning myself in a gallon of water every time I play Minecraft and then everyone hates it, I'm going to do it in digestible little portions, okay? So, for example, Monday night, we're going to take maybe a half an hour of the stream and we're going to do the mob grinder. And it's going to be little digestible snippets, maybe gathering some resources, doing initial idea of where I'm going to put it, stuff like that. Then next Minecraft stream, I'll do the next part. And the idea is to only spend maybe 30 minutes per stream, because each stream is about 2 hours long. So maybe spend about 30 minutes per Minecraft stream, basically trying to do a little bit more progress, okay? Hold on one second, I'm going to get a lozenge because my throat's already hurting from talking. Oh. Here we go. Oh, shit. Okay. So now I got a lozenge, so you guys are going to hear the lozenge in my throat. I apologize, okay? Okay, so... yes, that's the point, is every Minecraft stream do a little bit, maybe a half an hour to every 2 hour stream will be dedicated to working on this mob grinder. And the other 90 minutes, we do whatever else, whether it's working on a project that another top contributor has requested, or I just do the things that I like to do, like try to fish or do other work. You know, that's what I'm going to be working on every Minecraft stream, okay? So that's starting this Monday night. Tuesday's my day off from streaming, okay? And then Wednesday, I'm back, and what we're going to do is adjust the streams here so that we can get back on track. So starting on Wednesday, it's going to be Donkey Kong 64 on the main gameplay stream, which looks like we'll be finishing up World 3. I beat the World 3 boss, but I think there's like 2 or 3 more bananas left to get in that area. And then we're going to move on to the new area. And then it's going to be Pokemon Sword on the late night stream for Wednesday. Okay, so I know Pokemon Sword has been Saturdays every week. I didn't get to do it yesterday because I was sick. I'm still sick. But I'm going to try to get back on track with Pokemon Sword on Wednesday and try to catch as many Pokemon as I can. Or evolve Pokemon, you know, fill the Pokedex. Thursday, we'll do more nights at the Old Republic. At that point, I don't know how far I'll be towards the end of the game because, like I said, It looks like today we may be going to what seems to be the final planet. But I've never played this game before, so I don't actually know how long it is. You know, I have no clue. So I guess we're going to see today how far we get, and that'll determine, you know, what happens this coming Thursday. Okay. And in Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island will be Thursday night. That'll be the late stream. And on Friday, it's going to be more Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and my weekly Street Fighter throwback stream. Okay. So that's the rough schedule. All right. That's the rough schedule for the week. Is that subject to change? Absolutely, it's subject to change. At any point, it could change depending on what happens with my health, depending on what happens with games in particular. Okay. There is a game. Okay. There's a game coming up this week. I keep forgetting what the hell the name of it is. Hold on. Let me see here. Okay, so this game is called Dawn of Fear. Okay? Dawn of Fear. I say, what is Dawn of Fear? Well, Dawn of Fear is a survival horror game, supposedly, from an indie studio. I didn't hear too much about it, but a few people have contacted me about it and said, Phil, you haven't done a survival horror game in a while. Would you consider playing one this week? And I said, well, I'm going to be very honest. I've been burned on survival horror games recently. If you remember last year, a couple of the ones that I played weren't so good. Blair Witch, Layers of Fear 2 were pretty shitty. I mean, they were very disappointing. And I really ultimately felt like they were kind of like a waste of time. Okay? So, I don't want to waste time and money on another survival horror game that could be a bust. So the way that I'm approaching it is this. Okay? I'm thinking we're going to go with my schedule for now. Today, tomorrow, you know, I'm off on Tuesday. Let's see what happens. You know, by Wednesday-ish, when I return from break, if this Dawn of Fear game has now been out and people are playing it and saying, wow, it's actually really good, then I'll consider playing it. Also, I don't even know how much it costs. That's always a factor, of course. So dependent on that, dependent directly on, you know, how is it looking, dependent on what people are saying or whatever, then I'll consider maybe playing it. For variety's sake, you know, let's face it, the games I've been playing these past few weeks are all the same games, because they're very lengthy games. But if you know, for some variety's sake, maybe we'll consider doing it. So let's see, okay? I don't know exactly how it's going to turn out. Maybe it's going to be good, maybe it's going to be crap. But let's see, and then, you know, later this week, we'll see what people say about it and make a judgment call on if it's something I'm going to check out or not, okay? So that's why I say, the schedule can change, because it very much can. The schedule can definitely change this week, depending on, you know, what happens with this game, okay? All right. Let me go ahead and open the window further, because it's actually getting very stuffy in here now. Oh. There we go. Okay. Whew. Yes, I know. Someone just said, to be frank, you're playing too many RPGs. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but there's nothing else going on. I'm playing what people have requested. People wanted Knights of the Old Republic for years, so I started playing it. People wanted the big new release of the year, so I played it. You know, like, I'm playing the stuff people ask for, and then people realize, it's kind of two RPGs at the same time. Yeah, but what else did you want me to play? You know, you know, some people really like my RPG playthroughs, and some people just get tired of them. I hear ya, but there's no games this year. It's been a very, very slow start to the year for games. There's nothing really else to play, you know. Okay, so that's the deal, guys. That's the schedule for the week. Please, actually, hold on a second. I was going to say, please continue to nominate stuff, but I think the website might be down. Let me see here. I know the website was down yesterday. Oh, the website's back up. Never mind. Yeah, that was another thing. You know, I was sick, and I didn't know what was going on because I was sick. I was out of it. You know, I was literally out of it. And people are saying, oh, Phil's website is down. And I'm like, well, I don't know why. I certainly don't control that. So I don't know why the website is down. I have no clue what's going on. And of course, as usual, I contacted my webmaster, and it looks like it got resolved overnight. But again, people with these insane conspiracy theories. Oh, Phil's site's down. Isn't it convenient? His site is down and he's sick at the same time. It's like, what are you talking about? People are so fucking stupid. Anyway, so please continue to nominate things for this month's upcoming retrospective. Okay, the upcoming retrospective is going to cover things from my 11-year history as a content creator. So please nominate as much as you can. The more nominations I get, the better the event will be. And that event should take place in the second half of this month. Okay. So, FYI, please keep submitting. How do you submit? You can type !! retrospective in the stream chat, or I think every 20 minutes or so, the link will actually, type itself into the stream chat, so you can just click on it. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I feel awful. I don't want to do a giant plug segment or anything today. I just don't feel good. I don't want to talk forever. I want to get to gameplay. We're already late because the stupid half an hour I had to waste on bullshit. So, it's just simple. Thank you guys for your support. Thanks to everyone who continuously supports me through thick and thin, through all this shit that I'm going through right now. It sucks. I missed out a whole day of work yesterday because I felt awful. I feel awful today, but I'm back anyway. Thanks for understanding. Thanks to those who don't make drama out of shit. It's my personal life, and it sucks that stuff had to go public. And thanks to those who aren't here to just basically stab me all day, but instead are like, all right, I'm here to have fun with Phil, and I'm understanding. The longtime viewers who like what I do, who like me as a person, who trust me, who support me, you're the reason why I'm still here. You're the reason why I'm toughing through to be here today for you guys. I know a lot of you missed out on yesterday because I wasn't here. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to do a long pre-stream segment today in regards to the plugs. What I'm going to say is, please, anything you can contribute, please do. Today I'm essentially trying to make up for a missed day yesterday and today, which really sucks to have to do because I feel like shit, but I hope that you guys understand. Okay. You guys know the ways you can contribute, whether it's Patreon or my Teespring store or cheering, subbing, or tipping on stream. I'll do my best to give you a shout out, even though I feel terrible today. I'll try to give a shout out for all contributions. You can get on the leaderboard. You know about all that stuff, right? Obviously the best way to contribute is by tipping me. I've already talked till I was blue in the face about that in the past, so you know that if you tip me, I get the funds immediately and it helps me out more, but I still appreciate cheering and subbing and everything today. So thanks to anyone who contributes in any way today. Okay, guys? Fair enough? You also know the rules. Now today, I'm going to talk a little bit quickly about that as well. You already know, no politics and religion in the chat. So please, no political or religious discussions in the chat. They're just going to derail the stream. We don't specifically address detractors. I'm sure today the hot topic will be this stupid bankruptcy thing that everyone's going to be blabbing about. But please don't specifically reference detractors in the stream chat. That's not allowed, okay? Don't give them undue attention. And I know I can't stop it. I know it's public and I can't stop people from coming in and talking about it and jabbing me about the stupid bankruptcy. What can I do? Right? That's life. But please don't make it the end all and be all of the whole stream. Please understand there's a gameplay stream going on. That's the point. It's not here to just basically personally attack me all day. So please, let's just be cool and enjoy the gameplay as well as all the nonsense that people will be bringing up. If you are a regular viewer and you're here for nights, sorry in advance. These shitheads are going to be trolling all day long, right? Okay? Oh, man. Someone named Alal Cow, hilarious because, of course, it's a jab at me, actually asked, I said, will bankruptcy be a way to restart or will it affect you your whole life? Well, undoubtedly, it'll affect me my whole life. Bankruptcy, when it is granted, lasts a minimum of 7 years. And that means for 7 years, there's no way I can get any kind of credit. No loans, no credit cards, nothing. So that means I'm 100% cash-based for at least 7 years before anyone would even consider me for any kind of credit. And I'm willing to take that because there's no other way out for me. Like, I can't pay anything anymore. As you guys know, whatever I bring in is just being pissed away to debtors. Now, the hope is that after, say, 7 to 10 years, that you get back on your feet and then you can start to build your credit again and you can get credit again. Okay? Some people have said that you can actually do it faster than that. I'm not optimistic. I firmly believe it'll be like 2027 before a single creditor will consider even looking my way for anything. Okay? And certainly, not that I'll be in any rush, because after all this shit that I've been in, I'm in no effing rush to go back and start using credit again. Fuck that. You know, my goal would be run a cash-based business, you know, pay taxes, get caught up on everything that I can, and get back to square one. Maybe even start to save some money, which I haven't done in about 5-6 years because I haven't had any. And go from there. Okay? That's how bankruptcy works, is it at least allows you to get rid of your existing debts through different ways, you know, but just basically starting over and, you know, trying to get back to a steady base where I can pay everything I'm supposed to be paying, like my taxes. So, okay. All right, let's do some shout outs and then let's get started with gameplay. Okay. Maybe it won't be so long of a pre-stream. I guess we'll see. Oh man. So, first of all, there were a couple people who actually tipped me on my day off. There was Richie7 who tipped me $4 and said, "Hope you feel better soon." Thank you, Richie. And there was Lucinda who tipped me $3 and said, "DSP is bankrupt." I mean, that's correct. It's a factual statement. I told you as much 2 weeks ago. So, congrats. Thanks for the tip. Mature adult with biz degree cheered and said, "Hey Phil, looking forward to a chill stream today." So thank you for that. That was actually the first cheer of the day on the stream. So let's get that up on the leaderboard. Okay. King Gokin resubscribed to the channel for 36 months. Thank you very much for 3 years of support, King Gokin. I appreciate that. Froggen shared, he says, "Glad to hear you're feeling better today." I'm not. As you can hear, I'm not. I'm very, very under the weather today, but I'm still here. You know, I'm toughing through it. He said, "I hope Cat doesn't get whatever you got." I hope not, too, because, you know, unlike me, who I have the privilege to work from home, she does not. You know, she has to physically go out somewhere to work, and I would hate that she catches whatever I have and then has to go out there, you know. You know, it's kind of funny. I think our immune systems are very different because it's weird. She got sick a couple months ago. I want to say it was like November-ish. She got sick, and I didn't get sick at all. I was completely immune to whatever she had. Now, this time around, I got sick, and you would think she would get sick first. If we were both exposed to the same thing, you would think she would get sick first because she got exposed to it first, being outside of the house, while I'm only outside of the house once a week, right? But I got it, so maybe this is something that she'll be immune to. Who knows, right? I don't know. Let's hope it's not the coronavirus. Of course, everyone's been joking about that nonstop, that I have the coronavirus, right? Anyway, Blake Shady subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Blake Shady. I appreciate that. Bagel Goose resubscribed for 13 months. He says, "Sorry about the frog in your throat." Luckily today, I don't really have a frog in my throat. Friday night, definitely, like, it wouldn't go away on Friday night, so that's why I couldn't even barely talk. At least I can talk today, but as you can hear, my voice is very hoarse, and I'm very, very beat and run down, so. Cliffy Bureau gifted a sub to Wings of Redemption. Congrats, Wings. I'm sure you're going to use that all the time. Bagel Goose gifted a sub to Iron Chives. Congrats, Iron Chives. That's 8 months. Awesome. 8 months of ongoing sub support. Third out of the third cheered. He says, "How'd you let things get so bad with debt? Don't you talk to your friends or your parents before it snowballs if it gets out of hand?" I tell you guys, I talk to my parents every week. Every single week. They know everything that's ever happened to me. Piece by piece. You guys don't, because I don't talk about it publicly every single time something happens. But it's just been thing after thing after thing after thing. You know, my parents know all about it. You know, and they're like, you gotta be kidding me. Every time some new shit happens, they're like, you've got to be joking me. I'm like, no, you know, I wish my life was not this snowball effect of shit, but it is. You know. All right, Ragamuffin tipped me $1. Started talking about other streamers and Tourette's. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But that was the first tip of the day, so thanks for the dollar tip. I'm not going to talk about other streamers. Bankrupt Phil tipped me $1. Says, I hope this helps with the bankruptcy. Gee, thanks, Bankrupt Phil. I appreciate it. I guess you can call me BRP, Bankrupt Phil. There you go. There's your new meme. I'm not DSP. I'm BRP, Bankrupt Phil. Okay. I killed Phil. Tipped me $1.33 and says, can you put it on like 7-day follower mode instead of 2 months? I've only had this account for a month. I don't even know what follower mode it's on. When I came to the stream this morning, it was on 1 day. But of course, a lot of these people sit in this chat just basically ghosting to be in there for a while so that when we put it on follower mode, they could still chat and still say stupid nonsense. So I don't know what follower mode it's on. Obviously, I wouldn't want it to be on 2 months, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening with the mods taking care of it. So, you know, I don't know. Tax attorney tipped me $5, insulting me, of course, but says, if you can't manage your finances like a normal adult, how do you expect to keep up your bankruptcy repayment plan? Because I won't have all that other shit to pay. That's the point, is if I don't have to pay exorbitant amounts of money to credit cards and loans every month, that money can now actually go to taxes. That money can go to the regular bills that I told you that I'm behind on and, you know, have been awful because I've been overdrawn, and now how am I going to pay the electricity bill and stuff? That won't happen anymore because all of those creditors will be gone, and I'll just be able to put money towards the essentials to keep the business operating. Okay? That's the point, is so much has happened in the past 5 years that debt never went away, and it's just eating at me, getting more, becoming more and more and more because I can never pay it off or pay it down. And this will help to, fix that. Okay? Crap. So anyway, thank you for the $5 tip. But yeah, that would be the point. Okay? Third Eye Cheered, he says, do you think credit card companies prey upon people like you? Seems like a person shouldn't be allowed to have more than one credit card any way, shape, or form. Credit cards in themselves are predatory practices. Anything that has interest, that is a variable interest rate that can accumulate on top of itself, is predatory. All right? Credit cards are bad. In general, if you just have like 1 or 2 credit cards, one credit card maybe you actually use for stuff and one is a backup for emergencies, that's the ideal. Okay? When you start getting into more than 2 credit cards, it's bad. When you've got 13 credit cards, you're fucked. You'll never pay them off. It's just not possible unless you make an exorbitant amount of money in a short period of time and you can pay them off in giant lumps. Those balances will never go down. Okay? And like I said, certainly I'm not proud of the situation I'm in at all. It's embarrassing. It's disheartening. It's fucked up. I made tons of mistakes, with things that I did when I moved out here. And again, it was all based on the assumption that I'd be able to pay it all down because of what I was making. And then I stopped making it for about 2 years because of trolls. And after that, I was fucked. Now, at least I think you guys have a picture of what's going on with me. Because previously I would say this and you guys would be like, he's full of it. He makes so much money. It doesn't matter. Now you understand that money was literally just getting pissed away by these creditors every month. And there was no way for me to ever come back from it. Because like I said, every time I had a chance, here comes something else to screw me over and take the money away that would have caught me up. Oh, here you go again. And it was just a big, ongoing, rolling clusterfuck problem. Okay? It absolutely sucks. But anyway, no, a lot of people are saying, how did I get that many credit cards? Because I used to have impeccable credit. I told you, when I moved across the country, I didn't have any debt. I was making so much on YouTube on a monthly basis, and I had no debt. So my credit score was astronomically good. And I said, well, I don't have the money, so let's finance the move. Which is exactly what I did, and it ended up being the worst mistake of my life, I would say. So there you go. Okay? Oh, man. All right. Hold on. My thing froze up. Again, don't tell me the laptop froze again, dude. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Come on. Okay, here we go. Well, I don't know. This guy's referencing someone's real name, which I'm not going to read because I don't know if this is something fucked up or not. I'm just going to say it's a $1 tip. It says, today's a new day. Hope it'll be a good one for you. There's almost 1,000 peeps here. 1,000 reasons to get hyped for today's stream. Don't let the ashholes get you down. Well, thank you for the $1 tip. But since there's a real name in your name, I'm not going to read it out. Okay? Excuse me. I just want to be sure this isn't like, some kind of a weird doxing or whatever. Who knows, right? Okay. So hold on a second here. All right. Hickany resubscribed for 16 months. Says, Phil, thanks for all the years of entertainment. Looks like tough times coming up, but you have people behind your back backing you up all the way no matter what. Please be safe. Thank you to Hickany. Also, I received an anonymous $10 tip. All right. It starts and says, good luck. Well, thank you very much to the anonymous $10 tipper, whoever you may be. That's the biggest tip of the day. Thank you. I appreciate that. 21. Oh, I had it right, and I screwed it up. Oh, man. Diddy World Order. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Diddy World Order. I appreciate that. So when he nip it in the butt, tip me $1. Again, asking about selling my house. All right? I've already answered this question about 40 zillion times. People just don't listen when I answer the question. All right? Selling the house is not a consideration because selling the house would mean I can't work. If the whole point is to work to pay my obligations, i.e. my back taxes that I still owe and back taxes I'm now going to owe again because I couldn't pay, which is the number one priority, by the way. When it comes to finances and you owe money, it's taxes that always get paid first and then everything else comes later. Okay? How am I going to work if I have to spend time looking for a new home, moving to a new home, setting up the business in the new home? You see what I mean? Like, if let's say, for example, I worked a 9-to-5 job at I don't know, some business out here in Washington. During the moving process, I could still work. I could go to work during the day, and then all the other stuff could happen outside of the time of my work. If the actual work is in the house and I have to move, then I can't work. It actually hinders me from making the money I need to pay my debt. You see what I'm saying? And in addition to that, there's certain laws and certain categorizations or whatever. I'm certainly not privy to all of them. I'm not a lawyer. But no, that selling the house would make 0 sense. It would actually screw me over because selling this house would not give me enough money to pay off my debts. That's really, primarily, that's actually the major consideration if I believe when you come into it. If I were to sell my house right now, okay, just sell it outright and make whatever profit I could, it's not enough money to pay my debts. It wouldn't solve anything. I'd still have large outstanding debts. It's not enough to pay the mortgage on this house, the mortgage on the condo in Connecticut, and all the unsecured debt. Therefore, it's not a consideration because it wouldn't pay it off. That's kind of what I've been wanting to kind of tell you guys, for years, right? That's what I've been telling you guys. Is that there's just not enough in the house to do anything anyway, because that was always everyone's situation. Phil lives way beyond his means. If he would just sell his house, he'd solve all his financial problems. And the answer is no, I actually never would have. If I had sold this house, maybe I could have paid off the condo in Connecticut and some of my unsecured debts, but I'd be living somewhere in an apartment with 0 equity, paying just as much money for the apartment as I do for this place, and I'd still have exorbitant debts in my name that I can't pay. So it wouldn't have fixed anything. And that's the point. Okay? Okay? All right. And that's funny because someone just said, is this a rerun? I've heard him say this before. No shit. Yet people still ask the same questions as if they never have, I've only answered the same way for years because it's always been the same answer. And that's why I love people who say that, oh, Phil's lying. You see, he changed his answers. What are you talking about? I've said all along, selling this house would never be a solution. But You just didn't know the financial situation I was in. Now you know. You're like, oh, okay. But still, people will say it anyway because they're stupid. Okay. That scary chick did a 100-bit cheer and said, hugs and hope you feel better. Well, thank you, that scary chick. It's actually the biggest cheer so far of the day. Let's get that up there on the leaderboard. Okay. Let's see here. An anonymous tipper just said, you know, I won't say who I am, but, you know, it's pretty toxic in your chat right now, so I'll stay away at least from the chat for a few days. Fair enough. Come by and hang out on the streams and just watch the content, but I strongly recommend you're right. You know, you knew this was going to happen today with me coming back. More than likely, give it a few days. It's going to taper out because there'll be no more drama because everything's been addressed and, you know, nothing else is going to happen. After a few days, just like everything else, it'll just die out and be forgotten. Stupidity. Okay, but I understand what you're saying, and I can't blame you. Okay, the Corona beer virus tipped me $1. Says, can you, Phil? You're the best. Unban. It's Tom Cruise. Fuck the trolls. I don't do unbans because of tips on pre-stream. If you're interested in being unbanned, email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com, and when I get a chance, I'll give it a look. But I'm not gonna unban you just because you ask on pre-stream. Okay. Zelda Destroyer just cheers. Says, what do you like to do to relieve stress? I hope you have a good day. It all depends. You know, last night, Kat and I were watching someone play Dark Souls 3 while relaxing a bit. And she also played Dragon's Dogma. She wanted to try the game out. And she started up playing it and did like the intro segment for a couple of hours. And I watched her play it and tried to help her. Of course, I haven't played Dragon's Dogma in so effing long. I can't remember much about the game. So I tried to help her as much as I could. Not that it was very much. And that was fun. So. Oh, man. Okay. Respergoo did a 300-bit cheer. It says, things will get better in 2020. Stay heavy. Well, thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the 300-bit cheer. Biggest cheer of the day. Appreciate that. Let's see. Sam said to me $1.50. Says, I know you don't watch the Super Bowl. Do you watch the Puppy Bowl? I'll be working. You know, I'll be probably on stream or whatever when all this is going down. And if not, I'll be busy. So no, I'm not going to see any of that stuff today. I'll be out of the loop on that. Let's see. Now, third out of the thirds basically says. Oh, God. He says the only way to get out of the hole, you say the only way to get out of the hole is to make like triple what you make. Why don't you pull out all the stops? Why don't you do live react videos? Why don't you do all the things that everyone else does to make money? Because there's no point. It's not going to work for me. It's just like everything else. For example, everyone else gets to do sponsorships. I don't get to do them. Everyone else does react videos. If I did them, it wouldn't matter. None of that's going to matter. It's not overnight. There's no magic solution to magically just like, oh yes, this is going to fix everything and somehow I'm going to make an exorbitant amount of money on top of what I'm already making and it's going to fix everything. It's not going to happen. And, you know, that's not realistic. Okay? So, no, it's not going to happen and everything you're saying is ridiculous. Respergoo, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Respergoo, for the subscription. Oh, wow. Oprah's butthole. Tip me $10.01. And says the nation of Greece is around 370 billion euros in debt. You're not alone. Maybe the European Union will bail you out. Well, I'm not going to write Oprah's butthole on my stream. I'm just going to write OB, and you can know what that means. Thank you for the $10.01 tip. Biggest tip of the day. And in regards to that, I am aware that Greece is in debt. It's kind of like a running joke in the European Union that they're always in debt. They can't get out of it. But I'm pretty sure the European Union is not bailing me out anytime soon. Okay? Okay. YOLO Doppelganger did a 50-bit cheers. As you mentioned, you were watching a game playthrough with Kat. Have you ever watched your own playthroughs together? No. She has watched my playthroughs. Some of them. Not all of them, but she's watched some of them in the past. And we never watched one of mine together, no. And the truth is, like, I don't think I would really care to watch one of mine with her because, you know, I've already done that. I'd like to see someone else. Like, for example, I'm enjoying watching other people play the From Software games because I get to see how they attack it. And some of them do way better on bosses than I did. Some of them do way worse on certain bosses than I did. It's actually kind of neat in that regard. You know, to see how it goes. So, I don't want to see myself play the games again, you know. Save that for our retrospective event. Well, Junior Talent 85 did a 500-bit cheer and says, "This is a crazy week. I was blocked on Twitter for a while, but following on Twitch now." Well, thanks for contributing on Twitch. I don't know why you're blocked on Twitter. Who knows? Especially if you said it for a while now. It could have been anything. But thank you very much for coming over to Twitch and checking me out. Thank you for the contribution today. I appreciate it. Well, Mature Adult just cheered and said, "There's one way out of this. Learn how to cook meth." I'm fairly certain that's not going to make sense. I'm fairly certain cooking meth would not fix anything. Okay? Okay. Alright, guys. Let's see here. So, the last thing here, really to do, would be to give a shout out. Today is the final streaming day of the week for Twitch. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, today Twitch considers the last day of the week. So I just want to give a final shout out to the top cheerers and the top sub gifters of the week, since these leaderboards will reset overnight. Then I'm going to take a quick break because I got to use the bathroom, and then we're going to get started with nights, okay? So thanks to the following contributors for the week: Vivid System in 10th place, Bagel Goose in 9th, Sundance McGee in 8th, Snake Eater 7th, Mr. Papavera 6th, Magnus Flamebeard 5th, The Paradox 4th, Ladies Band and 3rd, Joyful Oblivion 2nd, and The Villain in 1st. Thanks to the following people who gifted subs. Hold on. All these people just gifted a single sub this week. We got Internet Famous McCroy, yeah, 4335, PW Dubs, Sundance McGee, Super Slade, Frenolith, and Alfred Aponte. We have Skeletor and Super Sly Gaming, who each gifted 2 subs. Of course, Skeletor was trolling, so he's fucking banned. And Boxing Elephant gifted 4 subs. So thank you guys. All right, one last shout out. Cousin Sven did a 50-bit cheers. It's time for a Metal Gear Solid 1 playthrough redemption run. They'll bring in lots of viewers, and you know it. Yeah, all the wrong kind of viewers. The people that are only here to troll and be negative and basically screw with me would be the situation there. So that's why I'm not going to do that. Okay? All right. Oh, man. Let's take a brief break. I'm going to use the bathroom, and then we're going to start with nights. Like I said, I think we're going to go to Manon again, and we're going to bring my new party member. I keep forgetting his name. We're going to bring him, see if we can do a mission there that I couldn't do before. And then I think we're going to the final planet, see how that pans out. Have a good gameplay stream here today. Okay, guys? Thanks, everyone, so far for your support. What I'll do is I'll actually update the subs when I get back, but I got to use the bathroom. All right, so I'll be right back. I'll see you in a bit.